Hey guys, it's Miss Alexander, and today's story is called Women of the American Revolution by Mia Lewis. Men did most of the fighting against the British. Women, young and old, played a part too. They did many things to help win the war. Women stopped buying British goods. They made their own cloth. They kept their family farms running when the men were off fighting. Women gave food and shelter to the troops. They gave the men advice and support. Some women worked as spies. A few even took up arms. Lydia lived in Philadelphia. The British took control of the city in 1777. Many patriots fled, but Lydia and her family stayed behind. General Howe led the British troops. He and his men set up a meeting using the Darroch's dining room. Lydia and her family were told to go to sleep. Lydia stayed awake, however. She listened at the keyhole and heard the British talk. They were planning a surprise attack on the Patriots. Lydia said she needed flour. The British gave her a pass to leave the city. She dropped off her flour sack at the mill and kept walking. She walked until she met her friend Thomas Craig. Craig was in the Colonial Army. Lydia told him what she had heard. Then she picked up her flour and went home. Craig passed on the warning. The Americans were ready for their foes when the British arrived. Howe had to retreat without firing a shot. Lydia had saved the day. Deborah Sampson wanted to fight the British. Women could not join the army, so her strategy was to go to war as a man. She signed up as Robert Shuttleworth. She dressed as a man and she fought as a man. No one in the army knew her secret. Deborah was in several battles. She was wounded more than once. She let her army doctor treat a deep cut in her head. She hid her other wounds, afraid what doctors would find out she was a woman. One day, Deborah got really sick. She had a high fever. A doctor treated her and found out her secret. He kept quiet about it. He treated her until she was well again. Robert Shuttleworth got an honorable discharge from the army. Deborah put her own clothes back on and went home. She later married and had 3 children. Deborah asked for a pension for her service. She was the first woman to get an army pension. Abigail Adams was the wife of John Adams. John was an important founding father. He went to France to speak for America. He was our first vice president and our second president. John Adams was a hero. He helped bring about a revolution in America. Abigail was a hero too. She stood up for rights of women. She gave her husband advice. He always listened to her, and he said that Abigail was one of his best advisors. Sometimes John Adams was away from home, so Abigail and John wrote letters. They were friendly letters and weren't too formal. They included news and advice. Abigail and John wrote many letters to each other over the years. One letter from Abigail to John is famous. John was away for a long trip, working with the men in Congress. He was planning for the future of the United States. Abigail sent him a letter. It said, "Remember the ladies." I hope you guys enjoyed this story, American Women in the Revolution, Women of the American Revolution. Remember while you're reading to remember to smile, giggle, and wiggle, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.